Boy, do I hate being right all the time. Those words from that original Jurassic Park scene are one of my favorite scenes in recent cinema. This movie, for many of us who either grew up at that time frame or were young adults at that time, remember just how much impact this scene from Jurassic Park had, and I was very excited to actually build this 18 plus diorama. This is set 76956, the T Rex breakout, obviously from the original Jurassic Park. It's from the diorama sets, which I think are some of the best ideas for adult fans of Legos such as myself. These are not things that are going to end up being played with. They go up on a shelf, and to me, it allows them to really focus on details that make this type of set of particular interest to adult fans like myself, but also have enough detail that attracts young builders as well and hopefully turns them into future adult builders that want these type of diorama sets. This set's a little over 1,200 pieces. I believe it's 1,212 altogether. Took about 4.5 hours in total to put together. Probably about another half hour in addition to that, but that was tied to my own errors by not paying attention to the instructions in particular detail. I chalked it up to just having an old man brain. But Lego, I will suggest if you're going to put instructions in here, it helps so much if you actually would highlight in some cases where parts go. Just because, granted, you can figure out that these three pieces end up in this particular area, but your Lego clones out there highlight those kind of things just to bring the eye to those particular areas. I like that they do put arrows on occasion, but again, another penny of printing and time and effort would make some of these directions so much easier to follow, especially when you're dealing with greebling on sets. When you're dealing with greebling, they need to go in a certain direction or on top of a certain piece. In fact, if you watch my time lapse, you can probably see where I completely reversed both of the puddle translucent blue pieces and ended up having to tear all those back out before I could continue the build. And it was just because they weren't very detailed in my mind. Again, probably for normal users, not a big issue, but for an old man like me, it's nice to have that type of identification highlighted. So this is a great set. I mean, it's large. It's nearly a foot long, and you get 1.5 full size, obviously one half destroyed truck, but you get the full size Ford Explorer there. You get 4 figures with it. You get Dr. Grant, Dr. Malcolm, and Lex and Tim hidden in the background behind the T-Rex. And probably one of my only complaints about this set is it's got so much great detail. I mean, even down to the binoculars and things like that. I kind of wish that, in all honesty, this set had kind of moved both of the children into slightly different positions. In fact, it would have been nice if maybe they had put Tim kind of wedged underneath the vehicle like you see in that scene, just to kind of show him a little better, and moved his sister Lex a little bit out, because the way this thing is built, it's a little hard to see him, or see her rather. And then I would also say this great little Easter egg right here. This is the chain for the goat, which of course starts off this big scene, and it's kind of hidden by the foliage, and it's hidden behind the vehicle and the T-Rex. It would be nice, and I'm kind of considering moving that out over here into that open area where the T-Rex breaks through. It may not really be canon to the scene, but I think little Easter eggs like that are great when they're fully displayed. So I'm thinking of making that change myself. I love the approach to how they implemented the foliage to give it that 3D effect in the background. They're connected through the same kind of joints and hinges like you see for the fence itself. And I think it does a great job of giving that 3D effect to the set overall. I do kind of wish it had a little bit of a back wall of some kind. As you can see here, it's got some great detail, but it kind of gets lost if you have this displayed somewhere that doesn't really have a dark background. So if you put it on a shelf, as long as you've got a backboard or a painted wall behind it, I'm sure it'll stand out. But where I'm thinking of displaying it, I'm probably going to have to build some type of maybe black or, darker green kind of mock wall just to allow it to really make those details stand out and give that full 3D effect. I love the articulation on the T-Rex. It's a great build. And the nice thing about it is I was afraid that he was just loose standing there, but he actually does mount to two connection points, one actually in the mud and one on top of the Explorer. So he's not going anywhere as long as as long as you don't try to shake him too violently. So overall, again, this is a great build. I really enjoyed it. Just a couple of little minor detail things that I might end up doing to make my diorama a little more to my tastes. But again, as it is, it's a great build, and I don't think most users will even want to change anything on it. If you have any questions or you'd like me to take some pictures or kind of describe anything a little bit better, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to share any information or any lessons learned, anything I can do to help you out. Again, this is a great diorama, 76956. Highly recommend it. $99. You can't beat it, but I'm sure you can find it on sale for the holidays. Just take a quick look around your local internet sites, and I'm sure you'll find it at a great deal. Take care and have a great day.